Yeah, hi all. Welcome to the next session of front-end development. So, as part of our previous session, we have discussed about how to add links to a web page, right? We have discussed about that, and in that aspect, we have seen, using anchor tag, we can add links that we know. In that, href is the primary or main attribute. If you do not write that, then it would not be acting like a link. Whatever the anchor tag you mentioned, that generally act like normal paragraph. So, in order to make it look like an link, we have to provide uh, href attribute, and we need to provide some value to that. The value of href will be always like the address of that next page. What actually you wanted to add, that page will be, that address will be there in that href, right? And that purely depends on what kind of page you are adding. If that location, if you are adding that page from the same folder as that of your current web page, you no need to worry about the path at all. Simply write the name of the file with just extension, proper correct extension is present in the other folder of your computer, then provide that full path, a D drive, something like that, colon, double slash, slash, something like that. Next, it would be like if it is out of your computer, if you are adding something any web page or any website which is completely out of your computer, still you want to go to that, you can provide that link by using full URL which starts from HTTP. Next is about table. In the table we know, right, table is a main tag, like a root tag. Using table we create a table, but inside the table to add the rows we use tr for each row. In each row, boxes will be there, small boxes. So every box is like a data cell. In that we actually write the data. So for creating the data cell we use td tag. Using that we can able to write the data cell, the data over there. And but exclusively for the first row we usually have something like headings. To dedicate that row exclusively for headings, instead of writing td, we do generally write th. But apart from that, there is no difference between td and th. Both are for taking or writing the data only. The only difference is if you write th, the text looks like bold, td normal, and alignment also. Th is always like center alignment, whereas td is to the left. Default is like left alignment. So that is what we have seen, and also we created the table as well yesterday. Practically also we are done. Not this one. Our folder is different, right? Documents, page table. Yeah. Media. In the links only we added, I think so. Here we added the table, right? Now this is a table with the horizontal headings, and I asked you people to create a table with vertical heading. For the same table, I asked you people to create in the opposite way. What I select, interchanging of exchanging of columns with the rows plus with the columns. You can do that. Now, important thing is here, just I'm writing one table. The table I wanted to add now. Okay. You can write multiple values, how many you want, how many rows you want, you can create. But I'm just limiting it. Here I want to add the data. So this table is about name and phone numbers. Fine. Now, some names here. Just two names here, and just two phone numbers. Everyone, every person, assuming like they're having two to phone numbers here. Could be anything, just two phone numbers. That's it. This is the table I wanted to add to my web page now. Okay. So how many rows are there here? One, two, three. Three rows. In that first row is for headings. How many two headings are there? Second row, TDs. Right? Second row, three TDs are there. Third row also same. Three TDs are there. Now write that table. So for that to happen, take this and I would like to create a separate page for this. First, how to create a web page. It will be just opening the new file, and then we have to write that complete blueprint, and then we can able to write whatever you want here. We can write, and then we have to save it. But before I do that, yeah, online people just give me the confirmation that you are able to see my screen, and as well as you are able to hear me,
Yes,
so
sir.
that we can. Yeah, okay. Now, here I wanted to write that table. Yeah. So it is a table with a total of three rows, right? I will save the file. Control is we can do, or directly can save. Ensure that you are saving the proper location. Yeah. Our location is PyHTML, right? Yes. You write any name actually for this, but keep it HTML as a mandatory thing. Now keep it all files. Now save. Three rows, right? Here one more row I want to create, but first row, yeah. Second row, what? Three TDs are there, right? Yes, you remember this. This is what second row, one, two, three, three Ds. Third row also three TDs, but first row only different. So I wanted to create a first row. Yes, first row what we have? Two TH we have, right? Yes, two TH are there. Name and phone numbers. Yeah, that's it. Your row will be finished here. Now here you'll be having the data, something like this. Some name, right? Yeah, here next is what? Two phone numbers of Ajay. Right. List numbers and can be anything. That's it. Now here we have name and will be phone numbers. Post here. Now save. Just a minute. Save and web page name is different here. This time what is the web page we give? Tables, right? Open and first give that border, right? Have to provide border. My system went into insert mode here. If I give space, it's getting removed. Suddenly. Whatever it is. Yeah. Now you are able to see this, right? So the problem is here what? What we expected, this one, right? This is what we actually, expected. So what is the difference here? Like, okay, second row, third row, no problem for us. In the first row, name, okay, name also fine. Name also came same, but if you look at the phone numbers here in the output, it is coming in the second row, means like second column only it is occupying. But whereas in the requirement, the phone numbers field, that box should not occupy only second column, this also should occupy the third column. That is the problem here. It is waiting for you to enter the third column value, but you have written only two data sets, first th, second th. Third one you have not written anything, so it is waiting for you to write the third one. Clear? How it will know if you write only two? How it will know like second one should be occupying the third also? Definitely it will not be knowing. If you write one, if you write second, it will think like you are writing third one also. If you have not written, it will think like it's empty, void. That's why it gave that. So now the problem is here. What we generally have here, we'll be having something like a line right here. Usually we'll be having some line here in general. Now what is happening here? That line has to be broken, and this data cell should be merged together. They should be overlapped together across that column. Column wise it has to be overlapped. So that merging usually known as spanning also. Other name is there called spanning. So we want to span this data cell and this data cell. So for that to happen, we have to use a special attribute is there one. Problem is where? Problem is here. How to come out of insert mode? Any idea? I have written, but So here, this phone numbers is something which is occupying only the second column. Now I want this should occupy second column also and also the third column. So for that, the attribute is column spanning, but we write simply call span. This one should occupy this column and second column, next column, this column and next column. So total how many columns it should occupy? Two columns. So we have to write call span two. That's it. Just go to the browser. Uh, Disappeared. Reload your page. Yeah. Now observe that. So this is what we can do it. So this is not only for the headings or first one. You can do this for everything. See here I'm having assume like one more row with something like another person data. Okay, I'm just having something like one more row here. Just having one row like something like some name like Vishnu. Now what I want is Ravi. Assume like Ravi is not having two phone numbers. Ravi is having only one phone number. Then instead of writing in this box, keeping the other box empty, I will merge the two data cells and I will write only one value. Understood? So this happens only for Ravi. So you do not have the next TD here. You will be having only two TDs here, right? Understood. If this is the case, then what happens? Listen, listen. Yeah. Now here what is happening? This will come like this. Now I don't want that to be like that. It has to be two data cells, two columns. It should occupy. So for that same story, you can write here. What is that call? Span and you have to write the value as again here also second column and third column. Total two columns it should occupy. Now save. Go there. Reload. Yes. Occupied or not. Leave about the positioning. Occupied or not. See by default already headings are center aligned. These are left aligned. That's why it is showing. But box is only one box. Still, if you feel you want that to be center, generally we take the help of CSS, but okay, we don't use this generally, but there is one deprecated attribute. The attribute name is what? What is the attribute name? Align. Attribute name is what? Align, and we can write the value as center. Yes. Happy. Now, for the same thing, I want you to write opposite. Opposite means name and phone numbers are coming in row. Name and phone numbers are heading, they are coming in a row, right? Now I want them to be in a column. Name, next is like phone numbers. This time phone numbers should occupy two rows. Here phone numbers is occupying two columns, right? Same story. Imagine that phone numbers should occupy two rows. Then what happens here? Two rows must be merged here. Second, first row, first column, name. Second row, first column, name, phone numbers. Third row, first column also phone numbers only. So then that one, this box should be merged together. For that, I have to break that row. Here you have broken that column using call span. Now we have to break that row using row span. It is there called what? Row span. Clear? So I want you to try that. Same thing, just to do opposite thing. First row you take, just you can able to get it. So this is about your working with the table here. And what kind of data we do have in a table now? What kind of data we have? Text related data. All the table data, what kind of data we have now? Text related data. But there is no compulsion that your table should have always text related data only. Table can have any kind of data here. That is, see, just observe what I'm writing. Okay. Go to the browser. Yeah. Observe this second table. All of you, just observe the second table. I have written what? Serial number, application, website. What I want data is, I want here like number one, two, three. Second one is like application name, YouTube, Facebook, Amazon, like that. Here website link I want. You understood? Got it? Now, what I can do here is, this is a row. See, for better understanding, you can divide this row into like this. You know this, right? You can write anything. What we say, this is like readability. For better readability, you can write like this. Clear? Now, what should be the first column? Number, serial number, one. Okay. Now, here you can have any link here. You can have. Now observe, what is the first one? Number. Second one is application name or whatever, site name, whatever. Third one is like a website link. I will write this something like this. Website link. Uh, this data is not normal text. This data should be containing a link. You know already how to create a link using anchor tag. How to create a link using anchor tag. So this TD is containing anchor tag. Clear? Save. Same story will be there for everything. I can create like this multiple rows here. You have not provided any link address. You are not provided like this. It is done. And here also you can change it whatever you want. You can able to. But what I want to show here is tables can contain other kind of data as well, not just normal text. It can contain other kind of data also. The only difference here is inside the TD, instead of writing normal text, you write whatever the data you want. I can have a table, in that I can have small images also, icons also. You understood, right? I can have the images also. You know, right? Images. You know or you don't know? So your application name, instead of this, I can have one icon also. Understood? YouTube, Facebook, Amazon icon. You can have it. For that, what to do? Here, instead of text, you can have one image there. You know already how to add the image. Yeah, IMG. So instead of this, we will be using something like IMG here. Got it? Here I have one. Don't know whether it is present in this folder. No, that is not there. But somewhere I downloaded long ago. I remember that name. Yeah, here. Able to see agent logo. I just copied. That is the logo here. Here. This is the picture. Now I'm saving here. Okay. Now go there. That's it. Save. Reload. Yeah. If you don't write SRC, it will not act like a image. Like this. Right? Again, same story. You already know about the image. If it always comes with the default what height and width. If you don't want that, if you want your own height or your own width, you can able to set it. For me, the problem is only height. You understood? So like that I can able to. It can be anything. That purely depends on what kind of website you are creating, what is your requirement is about. In that table, you can consider for adding the text related data, but it is not just limited for only text related data. We can able to add other kind of data also into the table. Clear? So with this, we are done with the tables. The concept called tables. Only thing changes here is multiple tables, different tables with different data. We can able to work with that. Next, we have one small concept like iframe. There is a concept like iframe. So what does it mean here is, see, we are using one web page. Okay, we are in one web page. In that, we do have some data. What kind of data we can have? We can have text, images, anything we can have. In that web page, I want to dedicate some space for another web page. You understood? You created a web page. In that, two headings are there. Next one paragraph is there. Next one image is there. Next two paragraphs like that it is there. So between image and paragraph, between two paragraphs, you want to dedicate some area, some space, placeholder. In that, you want to display the data of another web page. Understood? It's not about link. Link you can give. If you click other page, you'll open. This time it is not about link. The same page you are creating some space. In that space, you want other data, other web page data should be displayed. So if you want to add, if you want to add, or if you want to embed, if you want to attach one or more web pages into your current web page, want to add, or embed or attach whatever it is, more web pages into the word is same. You can attach or you can add or you can embed one or more web pages into your current web page. If you want to really do this activity, then we use a concept called iframe. The concept name is iframe. And to create the iframe, there is a special tag. The tag name itself is iframe. What the tag? Iframe. We use a tag called iframe. Here we need to provide src. Same src. What we write here is address of that another page. I told you write another page, we can able to add in our page. What is that other page? We don't know. That page address will be writing. Clear? That is what iframe is about. I can add anywhere. Now see, this is our table, right? This is our tables page. In this what data we have? Just two tables are there. What is the data we have here? Only just two tables. So here one. It's actual thing. Normal, how many? See here, what is this heading? Next to one table and then one more table. We have just two tables are there and one heading is there. This is the data of our web page. What is our web page name? What is our web page name here? Tables, tables.html. Now what I want to do is after this table, okay, I will write something. Just created two paragraphs here extra. Yeah, right. Now between these two paragraphs here, I want to create one area where I want to attach the other web page content. For that to happen, here somewhere paragraph. Here your paragraph closed and another paragraph started, right? Now, for test that what we use iframe. This now we have discussed, right? Tag we use is iframe. Iframe meaning is inline frame. Why we call it as inline frame? Because see, in whichever the line you wanted to add, wherever you wanted to add another web page content, we can able to add it. That's why we call it as inline frame. Now, but I have not provided any address. SRC I have written, but I have not provided any address. As of now, I have not given any address. Now save. Between two paragraphs I added, right? Now observe. Yeah, able to see some dedicated space. I did not write the address, that's why nothing came. But sir, one heading, two tables, two paragraphs is the actual content of my web page called tables.html. But in that between two paragraphs, I created a specific placeholder, some area to get the data from the other web page. Default something, some height and width it came. Now we have not written any address. No, I will go. I'm going to write some address here. Here also the same story, whatever the page you wanted to add to your iframe, that page should be present in the same folder. If that is the case, then no need to write any path. Simply write the name of the file. If it is from other folder of your computer, then write the full path. Start from the drive, D drive, D colon slash something. If it's completely out of your computer, still you want to add something as iframe, then get the full URL. Clear? No. In this page, I think we already have folder. What is our page name? Images. Yeah, image.html is there, right? In PyHTML. See, whatever I'm going to add is present here or not, I'm just cross checking. We already day before yesterday we created it, right? Now that is already available now. So just go there, yeah, save, go to your page. This is before reloading the web page. Now reload it, yeah, able to see this. This is actual content we have in our web page called images.html. Okay. Here the thing is, the content or anything related to that web page is large actually. It is like this, right, web page, but we are making it to fit into this because default it will come with the height and width. The default height and width for whom? For iframe. Problem is your iframe will give you only not big space, it will give you small space. Default height and width, you don't want that. Because of that only your website is looking like that. Problem is not with the website, web page. Problem is not with your image web page. Problem is what? This iframe. Now default size will be there for always iframe. If you want to change the size, the way you generally change for image tag, same will work here. Height, width you can able to do here. Values you need to provide in terms of pixel. Now same. I am giving here height 600 and width also 600 pixel. Now just go there, reload it. Able to see that purely depends on your original size of the web page study. If your web page size is very big, you're having 500 lines of paragraphs or something like that, then definitely you'll be getting the scroller. Here it is called scroller. Earlier whatever you're having, it's called like a scroller. Horizontal scroller will be there here, vertical scroller will be there. You will give that is your browser default, the browser will give it depending on the size of your page. Clear? So this is what iframe is about. Fine. Now one iframe I added, right, to my web page. Now this time at the end of the page I would like to add another iframe now. Okay, so here I'm removing this. I'm writing a 400 by 400 iframe. Now just go there, see, at the ending we don't have any iframe here after paragraph, but now see, reloading the page, yeah, now you're able to see one area here. Because we have not written any data, that's why it is not showing anything over there. I would like to write some data, but observe carefully here. I am getting it from outside. If I want it from the outside, you have to write the full URL. So you don't need to write for other folder of your computer. You know already. Take one file, whatever it may be the file. Take it and take the path d colon slash. You can write it. Now something I want to get it from the Wikipedia. Again, same story. As I already know this, that's why I'm writing. If you don't know, you used to copy the path. Wikipedia India page address I know, that's why I've written. If you don't know, don't worry. Normally type India Wiki and you click it, the page. Top you'll be getting the address, you copy it. Now save, go there. Now reload, the data will come, but it will take 1 second extra because it has to come from the server. It came. Yes. That's it. The advantage of iframe is what you know. Whatever the iframe you gave, see here, scroller coming, horizontal is there and vertical also there because of your size. Now what I will do is I don't want horizontal. Then increase your width. Now I did how much? 800 pixel. Now observe. Able to see here? Uh, Only like this. Got it or not? Now what I want to say is the advantage of something like this iframe is uh, this web page is tables.html, right? In that you have normal content, tables, paragraphs, but two iframes are there. In that data coming from image page, now this data coming from this Wikipedia India page. Here, okay, something create account, something like login, some links are there, right? Or at least something social orders, so something like New Delhi, Southeast Asia, something is there. Now I'm clicking this. Then what happened? That page is opened or not? Earlier web page is what sir? India page. Now it is open Southeast Asia. Means another link, whatever I click, it is open. No? The important thing, it is not disturbing my web page. The things are happening only within that frame. That is what iframe is about. Clear? Now, what address I gave Wikipedia, and right now I don't want to write the Wikipedia this time. I want to write the address of what? Amazon. You know Amazon address, right? I want to write Amazon. Now save this, reload the page. What happened? Spelling correct, everything correct, path correct. But what it is telling? www.amazon.in is .in refused to connect. Right? You are not seeing that message here. But the message is there. www.amazon.in is refused to connect. See why it is happening, because I already told you what is the purpose of iframe. If you want to add other web pages, one or two web pages into the current web page, we use iframe. Web page or website you can add. What is our web page name? Tables.html. Who is the owner of this site? This web page. Who is the owner of this web page? We. Who is the owner of this web page? Name is tables.html. I'm assuming like it is not for practice purpose. Or this web page who created? We created, right? Now we were the owners for this web page. We are the owner. Then how Amazon fellow will allow his site to be running in your web page, your website? You understood? Here you are not giving link. Link means different. If you click this, what happens? In another tab or somewhere in the same tab somewhere, whose site will open? Their site will open. Are you getting? But here, complete this is your site. In that you are having your data. Along with that, you give some space for accessing Amazon data also. Got it or not? Definitely they will not be allowing. Assume you created this site, sir. In that two tables are there, okay? Two paragraphs are there. This Amazon is there, everything. Your name is what? Hari, right? Hari. Assume like you created one website called hari.com. Yeah, in that you kept this code. This simple one web page you created. This code you kept in that hari.com. Now whoever opens hari.com can go to Amazon, right? Yes or no? Whoever opens surrey.com, what they can see, sir, they can see two tables, two paragraphs, one images, and here they can see Amazon. Just now I've shown you, right? In the Wikipedia, what happened? You can click something and all. Same thing they will do here. Amazon login, everything they will do from your site. Then your site also will become famous. You understood what I'm telling? Whoever knows you, your friends will not open Amazon.in directly. They will open Hari.com. They can do everything. So definitely they will not be allowing. Clear? So that's it. This is about the concept of iframe. And in real time scenario, whenever we talk about any links or anything, we do give links or we do attach the things which we know or which we are having that access. We don't actually directly get all the things which we don't have access, right? So that's it. This is about the concept called what iframe. And but there will be some people who will be using legally. That is like online news portals, online news portals, online news, not newspapers, news portals, live updates will be there. No, whenever cricket match is happening, in that news portal somewhere to the right corner or left corner somewhere, score also will be there. You observed score, live score will be there. You observed or not? Basically, that particular newspaper news portal will not maintain score servers, live score servers. They will not be maintaining. Then how they are getting is they'll be taking that data from ClickBuzz. You know ClickBuzz? Like that ClickBuzz, there are few websites or applications who will maintain the live scores, live commentary. You know that, right? These people will take from them and they will display in their news portals. Understood? They have the agreement, and what page should be displayed, they will give that page in that the total example I'm telling. I don't know what from which application they will take, we don't know. You understand, right? Assume in this case assume like quick or something, then from the quick fellow they will be asking, assume like there is one newspaper online news portal, they'll be asking quick person, you want to only that score and then those people will create some small page, in that only score will be there, that page address they will give, that they will keep on small iframe, in that they will display. I hope you got it clear. And to make you people attractive and whatever the data displayed over there, they will write some css for that. Css, you know css, right? Huh? You don't know css? I'm not asking internal things of css. You know the meaning of css, right? They'll apply some beautiful css over there so that you will feel like live score happening there. Nothing, they can't maintain their, they maintain their own news coverage servers only, more than enough for them. Understood? They don't maintain this one, what you call like live scores and all, they don't maintain. Clear? Same is the case with the weather updates also. For weather also they will show there, right? Thunderstorm 28 degrees, you observe. This also they will get from someone. Clear? Because it's a live update. After 1 hour it will change, right? What I am telling you, that news server person, that news agency person will not maintain one server for weather updates. Will not maintain. They will normal constant updating of what sports, politics. For those things only, their time everything is enough and their resources are enough. So they, for this they don't maintain. They will get it from outside. Same is the case with your Amazon also, sir. If you are having a website which is famous, you are having one blog or something, then you can ask Amazon people. They will give you that you can paste in your website there. Sometimes that's the reason you might see like a 20% off, flat 50% off something. Not in the Amazon site, in other sites also sometimes we observe about Amazon related products, but the moment you click it, that will take you to Amazon site. In that way you can able to get it. Clear? If you do that, then you will be getting money also. Got it? If you do like this, they will not allow, but if you do like that, you'll be getting some share, some commission as well. But for that to happen, your website first it should be famous. Got it? Okay, fine. Whatever it is. This is iframe. You can add, but all the data you cannot add. Means others' data, all the data you cannot add. Your data in any of the way you can able to add. That's it. This is about your iframes. So whatever the content we learned so far, what kind of content we learn? Like text related data, images, next videos, audios, lists, tables, what iframes, links. All this data from our side, means assume like we are the developer or we are the owner of the site. From our side we are giving some data. The data is seen or observed or listened or whatever viewed by the user, right? The data is transferring from our side to the user side. Now this time if we want to collect the information from the user to us, Understood? We want to retrieve some information from user to ourselves. Then we use something called forms. Clear? You write paragraphs in a web page. Who will see that paragraph? User. You write paragraph in your page. Who will see that? The user only will see. Means the data you are giving. The data is in your mind. You gave the data to the user. Now this time you want to retrieve information from the user. You want to collect the data from the user. Then you have to create one form in your page. In that form, user will enter the data. The data will be collecting. So forms are used to retrieve the information from the user. Forms are used to collect the information from the user. See, not only your online websites and all, anywhere form will be there. Like offline form also will be there, right? Offline means what? Without the internet, without filling and all. Okay, you are going to some government agency. You want some work to be done. Then work means normal work I am talking about. So then there will be a procedure, right? So in that, the first thing will be how to fill a form. You know that, right? Whether you go for a bank or whether you go for a revenue department, whatever it is, depending on what you say, work you are doing, work you actually want, depending on that, it will be there. But you need to submit a form. In that, your details will be submitted. What details? That depends again. What kind of thing you are. Earlier, I don't know whether you guys know it or not. Even for the exams, nowadays people are applying the exams, right? Application download, application date, click the link, download, apply. Those things you are doing now. But earlier days, you need to buy a form, like a paper. You have to buy that form. You need to fill that. Photograph means you need to attach that photograph to that, and you have to take that form properly, and you have to courier it. You have to post that form to the respective agency. You understood, right? Then, after few days, the form will be reached. Then the process will start. Then you will be getting the all ticket or something to your postal address. You understood? You know this process. So, but whatever you are typing, they call what form. So forms are generally used to collect the information from the user. So here, generally when you are talking about the forms here, what kind of data you observe in a form? Name, address, age, gender. What else? Address. Hmm. Submit, you will be submitting that, but data what you enter. End of the day, you will be submitting it. But what kind of data you will be? Hmm? Yeah. Okay, fine. So you will be observing in forms something like this. Yes or no? You might observe these kind of things, right? Enter first name, enter last name, enter mail ID, enter phone number, enter city name, something like that. You'll be having. Choose gender, male, female, something like this. Not only that, you have something like are you experienced IT professional? You'll be having two options like yes and no. Sir, no. Not only for gender, for other things also you can have this. Next, sometimes we do have like I have read the terms and conditions. I have read all the instructions carefully. Checkbox. You have seen that? It is called checkbox. Actually, these are called radio buttons. These are called what? Radio button. These are called text boxes. See, the data, whatever you enter, may be different. It may be for first name, last name, father name, mobile number, or it may be your bank account holder name.
ఇందులో మొత్తం నైన్
Bank.
థౌసండ్ అనుకుంటా.
Yeah, so it can be bank, what do you say, bank account number, bank account person name, number, IFSC code. It can be anything, but text boxes where people will enter the data. All will into one category like text box. Here, radio button. It may be anything, gender determination or anything, but people will select one option from the given option. That purpose radio button is used. To enter the text data, I'm talking about user perspective. To enter the text data, text box is used from the user. To select one option from the given options, radio buttons is used. Now, to enter something like a address kind of thing, you'll be having a big box, something like this. Here, something will be there. And please enter address. Or sometimes you have like feedback. Enter your feedback. For these things also, you'll be having a big box, right? Like this will be there. Now, assume like you're applying for some job and all where uh, they are allowing this job for few graduates, like from different degrees. Then here will be some kind of arrow box mark will be there. If you click that, then some options will be open. In that you can choose. That is called drop down box. That is called what? Drop down box. Next, if you are applying for anything, you sometimes you upload your photograph. Yes, through form you'll be uploading your photograph, right? Or if you're applying for job, definitely you'll apply resume document, resume, doc document you'll be applying. So for that we'll be having something called like upload button. This is called what? Upload button will be there. It's like a upload, or we say like file upload. And end of the day, you need to submit your data. Filling, I told you already, I'm everything, I'm here, I'm talking like a user now. Okay, end of the day, what you need to do, you need to submit your data here by clicking this button. So in this way, we'll be creating forms. These are the different fields we generally have. These are called what actually? Fields. Now we should know the purpose. These are called what? Text boxes, right? And this one is called radio button. This is called checkbox. This is called upload button. And this is called submission button. To create anything in HTML, we know that will be done with the help of tag. To add anything, how we will add, sir? With the help of tags only. The same way, if you want to add forms, like if you want to add a form to your web page, we use a tag like form tag. The tag name is form. So open form and then close form. This will create a form. But within the form, just now we have seen several fields are there. Not just one field, we have multiple fields. In this form, we have multiple fields. Those fields are like text box, right? Yes or no? Text box, radio button, checkbox. This big area is called text area, sir. What you call this one? Text area. This is called text area. And this one is called drop down. Okay. So now we have several fields like this. Now we have drop down, we have upload. To do or to add any field, these are called what? Fields. To add any field, again we need to take the help of tag. We have to take the help of what? Tag. Now to add these text boxes, we have to use a special tag called input tag. What is the tag name? Input. So not only to text box, to create radio button also we use input tag. To create checkbox also we use input tag. That's why I have drawn those lines. Able to see. I have not written the line for drop down and I have not written the line for text area. Observe carefully. I have written only for other things. So for the text box, for radio button, for checkbox, for upload file button, or for submit button, we use the same tag called input tag. Then you should get it out. If I write input tag, if I write input tag, what will come? Text box will come or radio button will be there or upload or this one you should get doubted. So then how it will be changed is with the help of attribute. With the help of what here? Attribute. So inside the input tag, we will be using a special attribute over there. The attribute name is type. What is the attribute name? Type. And the value we need to write a text here for text box. Understood? Understood or not? Here, value you need to write is what? Text for a text box. For radio buttons, we have to provide a value like radio. Type equal to what? Radio. Clear. Next, if you want to create a checkbox, you have to write type equal to checkbox. Are you getting? Open input inside the type equal to text will give you text box. Input to type equal to radio will give you radio button. Input to type equal to checkbox will give you checkbox. Here type equal to file. What is this? Type equal to file. It will create a upload file. And here it equal to submit. Type equal to submit, which will create a submit button. So in this way, we'll be adding the different fields to our form. Clear? Yeah. Now, yeah, one more is called what, text area, other is drop down. These things are not with input tag. For them, we have separate tags are there. So what are those tags and how we'll be adding forms to our web page? We are going to see later. But now, as of now, whatever we have the idea, we'll just create one simple form. To create it, already we know. Generally, if you want to create anything, what we do, we'll be writing the basic structure there, right? Yes or no? Want to create a new page, take one page, it's like untitled web page. In that, write something here before save this file. You can write anything. Here I'm writing forms. Write a dot html. Now write all files. Now save this. Okay. Now what I want to add, form. So form will be added with the help of tag called, what? Form tag. Within that I want to create a text box. How to create text box? Input tag. And input is a special tag like it's a self-closing tag. Open input, after that you don't need to close input. It's a self-closing. If you don't write, you don't need to write it. Input type equal to text. Save. See the output. This only file. Forms. Yeah. Able to see box came. This is what, right? Form is about. But every form should be submitted. Every form must be submitted. If you want, every form must be submitted, every form must have a submit button, and every form must have only one submit button. Your form can have multiple fields, but it should have only one submit button. At the end of the entering of data, you need to submit it. How to create submit button? Just now we have seen how to create it. Type equal to submit. Just write it. Reload your page. Observe submit button came. Yeah. In this way we can create it. Now, yeah, fine. After submitting the data, what happens generally? Normally, I told you about full stack, right? Web application development. You are there in the first class. Hmm. What will happen generally? If you submit something, where it will go? HTML is front end, that right? Hmm. If you submit the data in real time, what happens? The data will be submitted or not? It will go and store in the database or not? Right? Who will be connecting to the database? Backend. So server. In simple way, if you click or if you enter the data in a form and if you submit, the data will be submitted to the server. In real time scenario, data will be submitted to the server. And server means server will have the program using Java, Python, using Node.js. You write the program in the Java. That program will capture the data, stores the data into the database, whatever it is. But data will be submitted from front end to the back end. Clear? In a form, if you're submitting something like pressing the button called submission button, actually the data will be going to server. That's the reason if you enter wrong username password for the Gmail, it will tell you error. How it is telling? Where it is checking in the server only, where your actual data stored inside the server. If you enter username password, click it, then your username password will go to your Gmail server. There your original username will be there. For that one password will be there, and your password both will be matched. If they are wrong, that will throw error. Clear? Data will be submitted to the server. Fine. Now, okay, I want to see the output now. Observe here forms.html is there right on the top here. This address by HTML, after that forms.html, right? Now within this here I want to uh, in that box I want to enter some data here. Just a minute. So I'm just entering this now. I am observe here.html, address is .html. Now I submitted. What came? Question mark. Got it? Question mark. Means submitted. It is submitted, but empty. Question mark after question mark, able to see anything? No. Why it is empty? Because you created one box, okay, fine. You entered some data, also fine. You're clicking submit button. Data should go to server. But you don't have only one field, right? You'll be having multiple fields. But from this box, what data you're collecting? Name or mobile number or email, what you are collecting, you are not saying. Understood? From this field, what you are collecting, you are not saying. You have to give one name to this field. Then only data will be submitted properly. Understood? This time data submitted, but server is not in a position to recognize what you are submitting. Understood? You have written one what you like, olden days you have letters, right? People write letters to person, post, post will be there and all. You have written what you actually wanted to write, intent, what your intent, everything written properly, communication written properly. But you have not mentioned where it should go, actual address and field name. Field names you have not written properly and all that. Nowhere it will go. You understand, right? You might submit it, you might have entered it into the post box, but nowhere it will go. You know that? So the same way here, what we need to do is we need to provide one field to this name. So for that, we have a special attribute in the form. What is the attribute name? Name. Means what you actually wanted to collect from this box. Clear? I want to collect a first name. I want to collect first name. Alright, first name, last name. You know or you don't know. So I want to collect first name from that box. Now observe, save. Now go to the browser. This time I am reloading it. Reload that. Yeah. Now the same story I will write now. Same value also. I am not even changing the value also. So this is before submitting the page. What is their form attached? Now I am submitting. Understood? Data submitted now with a field name called first name with a value called Hari. I repeat, data submitted now through this form. How many fields? Only one field. The field name is first name, value is Hari. Why? Why? Because value can be changed. Value can be changed. Now what I have written? What I have written? Name. Ravi. What I have written there, Ravi, name only, but what name I have written, Ravi. So this time also data submitted. With what field name? First name only. But what value? Ravi. Yes, right. Gmail login page will not have what I say like lakhs of login page. Login page is how many? One. In that you people enter different data. Sir, no. Every time if you click username equal to username equal to username equal to will change, but username is username only. Got it or not? That value only will be changing. So here also we created a field with a name called first name. In that different values will be entered. Who will enter? If you are the owner or if you are the programmer, you create a page. That's it. User will be entering the data in that. Clear? Clear. Now this one box is there. Okay, fine. What data you are entering in this first name? What data you are entering, sir? First name. Okay, I will create one more box. How to create text box? You know, right? Same. This time very simple. I would be creating this. What is this? Last name. Go there, reload it. It's like that I'm entering Hari Kumar, something like that. Now, let's observe on the top. Data submitted? Yes. First name is Hari, right? Yeah. Last name is Kumar. It's getting submitted, right? Good. You're observing properly. Nice. Now, tell me what I have to enter here. First, in this first box, what I have to enter? Second box, what I have to enter? Last name. How you know? How you know? Because we have written. That's why we know. Now one user is opened this. Now tell me what he will enter. But whatever he enters, that value is taken because you already properly written the code. You understood? If you enter something in the first box, second box, we will take first name from the first box. We will take last name from the second box. But user does not know what he has to enter. In your brain, because I have written just now, I have shown you the code. That's why you are saying first name, last name, first name, last name. You are telling. Who knows? Assume the same page you will show to any of your friends. Just show them what to be entered. They will not say first name, last name. They may say name, place. Understood, right? Some person may say enter name and phone number. Got it? Or name or mail ID. Yes. You gave only just two blank box, blank things, right? Those two are blank. You cannot say that because just now you have seen. That's why you are saying that. So, as a programmer, you have written this correct. This is correct, but for user it is not correct. Not correct means you are giving only 50% to the user. You gave the field, there he will enter, but he doesn't know what to enter, so you have to provide some label to the user so that he can understand. Clear? But this is very very important. It is only for the user to understand, not to capture the data. To capture the data already we have written the field names. Clear? Usually people will tell directly with the name and all, but I want you to know exact meaning why name will be written, why name outside is written. Clear? That outside is only for user to see. Inside we write name, right? That is for programmer to collect the data or owner to collect the data. Clear? Now the problem is only here server is no problem, sir. From this absolutely your page will work. If you provide this, data will go to server, right? Inside the server, if you write proper logic, now absolutely this website will be working correct only. But the problem is user does not know what he has to enter. Got it or not? Technically, this will be working. Whatever you enter, data will submit. If you know backend language, there you can capture the data, you can store the data, you can do whatever you wish. Absolutely everything nice, correct only technically. But the problem is still user does not know. So to provide some awareness to the user, just before this input box, first input box, you write whatever written first name. Just before another input box, you write first name. That's it. What I want to say is again I am repeating, because we have written this first name will be selected, this no wrong, because of this first name is not selected, Because of what first name is selected from this? We have written the name, field name what? First name. Are you following? Okay, I'm telling. Ravi, Kumar. No. What we have selected? First name Ravi, last name Kumar, right? Now what will be selected? First name, last name will be selected. That is what I want to. These are dummy. Yes or no? What you write is does not matter, sir. First name selected, last name selected. Even though you write that one, see, okay, you think like mobile number, right? Okay, for your happiness, I will write this. You be happy. Huh? What I'm writing here, mail, submitted. Mail submitted. What submitted? First name. That's what I have been telling. Understood. Already these two fields are for first name and last name, sir. You already created everything ready. Whatever you are writing outside is only for the user to understand what is going to enter. What I am telling is, if you write your first name just because of that first name not selected, for that field already what to be selected written. Got it or not? Yeah. This is only for the user to understand or user to get some awareness. Clear? Same story. I might have told you this like simple example. Uh, Ah, in your mobile number, you saved one contact, your friend or something like that, or your brother number you saved. Okay, as as your friend name. You have one friend, sir. You have brother, sir. You saved your brother's phone number in your phone, like your friend name. Then you will call to that friend name. Then call will go to your friend or your brother. That only. No friend name only friend. Why it will go? That is your problem. Here also same story. Here this input box will take what data? First name. That's it. Whatever you write here does not matter. What it will take? First name only. Clear or not? But to help the users, you have to write the related names. Now, same thing will work for other thing. You are writing something like here, mobile number. You can write any name over there, any field here, whatever you wish, you can able to write here. Now, reload, write mobile number, submit. Yeah, see the output. I mean, it's been submitted, right? Absolutely submitted. Now, observe one more time. Just observe this. Name I am entering. Last name also I am entering here. Mobile number. Enter this, right? Entered or not something. Submitted. Submitted or not? Properly submitted or not? So in last name value, first name Ravi, last name value is Kumar, phone number is ABC something FGH double eight double nine. Right. The problem is normally mobile number, but people will enter through keyboard, right? They can enter whatever they wish. One thing you can do like please enter only digits that you can write, but there is no guarantee. You can give one instructions are here before you start input box. You know how to give instruction. You write heading or anything, right? Sir, here what I have written. Enter in. Enter in. digits only. So I am giving the instruction to the user, right? Enter in digits only. Now, after reading the instruction, clear. What is there? Enter in digits only. So he perfectly read that instruction and he followed it. Happens, right? Yes or no? If you give instruction, what is the guarantee that definitely he follows? Clear. Ah. One should not do crime. People will not do crimes. What is the instruction from the governments and everything? The people should not do crime. Just by listening this, all people will follow the same. No. If you do crime, this will happen. Then people will not. Understood. So if you give recommendation, there is no guarantee that they will follow it, sir. Now you have to go with the rule. Type equal to what? Number. That is also text box, no change. But this time observe, I'm entering some number, it's printing right. Now observe, able to listen sound. Actually, I'm entering the text sheet is not even allowing me. How much your time you take? Because we made the rule that box should take only number. Clear? Now people will follow that. Okay, fine, whatever it is. So in this way, you can able to create the mobile number. Same is the case works for date also. Date field also. You know date? Something like enter date of birth, date of joining, date of journey. Then you have to enter the date like DD, MM, something like that. DD hyphen MM hyphen YYYY. One people may enter DD slash also. If you write hyphen also, they think like date is always slash. Depends. That depends on their way of understanding. You understood, right? There is no guarantee that people definitely follow yours. I hope you got my point. Right. Now, then also we have to make a rule. So for that, generally, see here what I'm writing input type DOB. Okay, DOB means date of birth. Normally, it is a text. DOB save. Go to your browser, reload. Yeah. Here, yeah, one person can enter the data like this, right? That is absolutely correct. It will be submitted and all fine. Now, there is no guarantee that people will enter in that way. One person may enter in this way also. Clear? Submitted. Now the problem is you are submitting to where, sir? Not for what you call like fun purpose. You submit. You submit the data to the server. Server will store the data. If one person is entering the data in this way, in another person entering other way, then only problem. Problem is not because of slash or hyphen. If all are hyphens, no problem. If all are slash also, no problem. If data some data coming like that and then it will be problem. Not only that, this is what is the meaning of this October 22. Yes or no? Another person may enter the data like first 10, next to 22. For him, first month, next is 22 million, like date. They can enter in that way also. Understood? Not only that, there might be some people who are very good people. They may enter in this way also. Will be the right people. Then also it will be submitted. So to avoid all these things, here you can do, sir, something like please enter properly. We can able to write here. Here I have written no. I have written right. In the same way, I also can write there enter bracket DD hyphen MM hyphen YYYY. But no guarantee that people will follow it. Following or not? Hurry, got it. Now we are going to make it as a rule. Type equal to wait. Now they can't escape. You understood now? They have to enter in iPhone only. They don't have other choice. See that? See how it will be. Here, observe, observe, observe. You can write later. Observe. Next is month, right? If you observe properly, here, okay, submit. That is okay. That is submitted. First is what year, next month, next date. Doesn't matter anyway. Also fine. But every person's data will be submitted in that format only. So now, if you look at this, the moment he enters data, immediately it is moving to month. Is not allowed to enter whatever in between. Got it or not? So in that way you are restricting him. This is one way you will be entering one advantage. The other advantage with date field is this one GUI. There is one symbol able to see calendar symbol. Click this date calendar symbol and you can go to any of the Year also you can travel like this anywhere. Clear. So same October 22, you can able to just click. That's the advantage of it. So that's it guys. This is about form. So rest of the forms, like we have few other fields. What are they? Yeah, radio button, checkbox, text area, and drop down. So these fields we'll be learning in the next session. Clear? So once you are done with that, we are done with the core concepts of HTML. Next, we'll be moving to CSS. Clear? The next session will be doing that. We'll be finishing the form and we'll be entering into CSS. Our next class will be in that finishing the form and we'll be getting into CSS. Yeah, that's it, guys. That's it from my side for today. If you're having any doubt regarding today's session, just let me know, guys. Else, if you understand the concepts which have been taught in today's session, just give me the confirmation that you are clear. So all of you should respond. Yeah, Mansa garu, Pallavi, Navyasri, Pallavi, Mansa, Navya, you are there? If yes, just let me know if you are having any doubt. If not, mention like you are clear. Quickly, all of you should respond. Yeah. Okay, guys. Then yeah, that's it for today. So create one page. In that, just to write one tables, just to add different styles of tables, and in the same one, create one iframe. Into that, attach another web page that you do separately. But take a fresh page. In one page, you do table related thing and iframe in one web page, sir, that you do. But take one fresh page. In that, create form. In that, try to create all text related fields. But I have written only three, four: first name, last name, mobile number, something like that. But you create more, minimum six fields you create. You'll be having, right, different other fields also you can enter, right? Text fields. So try to create and get that what we say, like hold on the subject called specifically forms. It's very important. Okay. So that's it, guys. We'll continue the rest of the things in the next session. Bye, guys. Take care.